Hello, dear friends. Welcome once again to yet another episode of Pause Talk. And today we have lovely Ruta with us. Welcome, Ruta.
Thank you so much. Hello to everyone.
So, Ruta is an AI ethics researcher at Inria École Polytechnique. And she is from France. She is joined today from France. And I will now request Ruta to introduce herself.
So my name is Ruta. I live in France. I come originally from Lithuania. I am currently doing, or I might say finishing my Ph.D. in the ethics of artificial intelligence in the National Institute of Ethics in France, jointly with École Polytechnique, which is also engineering school there. I'm also a mother of two, of kids 8 and 9. This is pretty much my main roles right now.
Yes. Wonderful. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm not able to hear you, but suddenly, I don't know why.
I can hear you very well. Can you hear me now?
Stop the recording. Just... Hello, dear friends. Welcome to yet another episode of Pause Talk. And today we have with us lovely Ruta from France. Welcome, Ruta.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.
And Ruta is an AI ethics researcher at Inria, which is École Polytechnique. And now Ruta will introduce herself, a wonderful woman as she is. Please, Ruta.
Thank you, Monica. So, as you have said, I research the ethics of artificial intelligence in the National Institute of Informatics in France. And I'm about to finish my PhD in this topic. I actually submitted my thesis finally, and I will be heading to a postdoc, the same name. Yeah. So I'm also a mother to two children, 8 and 9, and this is one of my main roles as well.
Wow, wonderful. And congratulations on your submission for the PhD now. And very quickly you will be a doctorate then. So congratulations for that, Ruta. And this is so amazing. So I must tell the viewers that the pause talk today is about a different kind of a pause. It is how Ruta has brought about the being that she has become now. So just look out for what we are going to unfold before you. So before we go to the pause actually in her life, I will request Ruta now to tell us about her professional journey.
So my professional journey is not at all straightforward, I would say. I started in humanities. I started by doing my bachelor's degree in cultural history and anthropology in Lithuania. I went on to get a master's degree in history. And then I started working. My first job was communication, public relations. It was quite natural because it has many things to do with writing. And this was mainly the only skill that I had that was applicable after those studies in humanities. But while I was doing that, little by little, I moved more to digital realms with certain projects, with educational projects on social media for high school kids. And I started approaching something that at a time I thought of as digital tools. And at first, those digital tools were supposed to help me to understand this world of social media better. But as I started to explore it more and more with the help of certain MOOCs, like massive online courses that just came about at that time, I started enjoying programming and data science more in itself than just as a tool to enrich my current skill set. And I decided to pursue a master's degree in data science. And this is how my current journey started. And when I was learning data science, I also was thinking about the particular direction in there that I could choose. And I really didn't want to dispose all my previous experience because it's valuable. It's a part of me, and I wanted to find a place where I could actually leverage it and to use it and to be better at what I do. So this is how I got interested in AI ethics, and this was a very new discipline. It still is right now, but back then it was really something very foreign, very futuristic. But my guess was that it must be interdisciplinary, because you have to think of technology from one side and you have to think of society from the other. And at least I knew how to think about society, and I was gaining my skills in technology right now. So this is how I chose my current direction, and it proved to be very interesting and fruitful for me.
Amazing. This is so amazing, because even recently I just was going through some news about how the theft of identity is being taken place because of AI. So I was remembering that, okay, my God, we have Ruta at least who is talking about AI ethics, and there must be really some kind of moderation here on how we are using this technology, because any technology which comes up should be kind of a helpful tool for the humans, and not there to even bring them to some more adverse effects for the humans. It should not be like that. So thank you for choosing this beautiful stream of education that you are doing. And anybody who will be hearing this, to be thinking of a person who is coming from humanities and going to the technology, especially the data science, which she is doing now. And she's already completed her PhD and submitted her thesis also on that. And with all the family responsibilities, which she says now is also her priority, which we will also again going to unfold on that. But amazing journey on your professional front, Ruta. Wonderful, really inspiring. And it gives a lot of strength to so many women that, okay, now that you have done this, there's always a scope to change. You don't have to have a kind of a linear path in your profession. It can be a kind of a circular path, that you start from this and you again do something else, and that those two things can again meet somewhere. That is how you have got your humanities and technology met, and you are now become an AI ethics researcher. So superb on that. So now that we come to the real pause about your life, so please introduce us to the pause which you had in your life.
So the first pause was this, when I actually came up with the idea what I want to do, and this had to do with my kids, and I will tell you about next pause, which also had to do with my kids, but this one was much more, I would say, positive one, because in my country, in Lithuania, we have an extended maternity leave, and since I had two children, one after another, I had this pause, and I decided to use it to really think about what I want to do. And sometimes I even heard people saying, like, you're thinking and you're exploring, you have to just do it, and then but well, it very much depends on personality. Of course, I agree with that, but for me, I wanted to be answer all the questions to myself, so then I can just focus on what I want to do. And my questions were about what I would like to do if I knew that I would never be the best in it, if I knew that I will never be awarded medals for that. Just a simple thing that I would like to do on everyday on a daily basis, just as a job. Also, would it be useful for someone? Would it be not just, in humanities, I had very interesting, nice ideas, and they are also important, but I got a bit tired of convincing people why this is important. I wanted to do something that is important and it is practical. And stemming from this, it also means that you can get salary for that, because if it is needed, if it is relevant, you will get paid for it. And being a woman in my 30s, and I have to, care for my family, I couldn't just come up with some idea that I would like to, sit on an island and write a book, and that's it. That wouldn't have gone so well with everyone with everyone else. So I answered those. I really used this time also to try things out. As I said, I was trying many courses online. I was putting my hands into it and seeing how it goes. And somehow I got confidence little by little by doing this. So when I was ready to go, I was admitted to a master's degree at a very good university. I was so happy, really. I thought like, well, this is now my life is complete. Like now every bit is there. Like I have my kids, I have my husband whom I love, and now I know what I want to do with my professional life as well.
Yeah.
And I think that it's the irony is in that when I finally said, well, now I have it all, I almost lost everything. Because we went to a hospital to check my son's stomach for, being a bit nauseous every morning. He was 2 years old, quite common for kids, but we never came back. Like we were not let out of the hospital because the diagnosis was brain cancer, and a very bad one in a very bad place, non-operable. Chemo, bad prognosis. And this was the moment when everything just lost its meaning. And, at first, some numbness. Then, I don't know, there were many things. There were people around us that supported us, me and my husband. I think we made a choice to try at least to do something, and we started looking for the solutions. And we did that. We found some hope in France. I remember that I was telling people like, now, yes, we found it. Like we have this surgeon. It might cost a lot, but but we're going there. We're going to save him. And I remember those facial expressions, like I could hear them thinking, well, poor mother, she's going crazy right now. We will not tell her.
Yes. I can understand that. Yeah.
So, but we at least this was less scary than just sitting there and waiting to what would inevitably happen. And we just left Lithuania. We went to France. We were doing all that we could to find practical solutions, because, well, you have to live there to be able to go to the hospital. You have to solve some social security things. So part of this of my head was busy, and especially my husband was busy with that. Partly I was just spending my day holding my son's hand, because he wanted to hold my hand all the time, and he couldn't walk at this point already, and we were just sitting on the sofa, holding his hand. That was my job. But as it became better, as it was at first he started walking, so this was chemo starting to work, and I decided that well, I want to still have this connection with the life that I wanted to build. I still want to study, and I believe that it will be good, that he will survive, and I want to go forward as well, that when we're finished, that I can just also jump off from there and start new life. And at first it was just in the morning while everyone's sleeping, or in the evening. Later he underwent a surgery that actually fixed it. So chemo helped a little bit at first, but the main solution was the surgery. And little by little, I could start doing more. And this goal, this pleasure of accomplishing something every day, because you have a big goal, but it's over there. You don't see results every day. With studying, you sort of you learn something, you do an exercise, and you feel every day how you evolve. And this helped me not only to continue evolving professional, but this also was a big part of staying sane, I would say. Just
absolutely. absolutely understand, because when you are in that kind of a pause, because now we can understand the kind of pause Ruta is talking about, a pause where she was on a maternity leave and she was studying and she was upskilling herself for that one day when things will be little settled, and she will, and then she finally got admission also, for which she was studying in those maternity days time, and then everything came down crashing for her. So because of that crash, there was again a pause for her. But how she again, so this was not about upskilling herself on the kind of the academic side, but it was how emotionally she was able to balance because of studying something, because she has every day she had something to look forward to study. Because of that, she was able to help herself emotionally stable. So that was a big thing, Ruta. I must say that was a big thing, because when you were that, as a mother, you had to be centered to keep your child centered and the whole family centered. So sometimes mothers will feel that, oh, if I am not doing anything, I just need to be with my child. I should not think about myself. But I think that is a wrong approach, because if the mother is sane, as you said, that kept you sane and in sanity was there, because you were able to study or something every day, you had something to look forward. So if the woman is doing all that, she is giving more nurturing to the family because she's nurturing herself first. So I think that was the best thing to do for Ruta. And I'm really, really happy that your son was a kind of a fighter, and you both, your husband and wife, how you supported, and he is absolutely fine today. Please tell us about that. Post,
Yes.
like, yeah, how
Right.
post the pause now that uh, you have really blossomed, I must say, you really blossomed like that now. So how did it all come about?
So he underwent a surgery, as I said, and well, this story is a little bit bordering a miracle, because he as good as he is now, nobody expected ever him to be. I can tell that his MRI pictures were shown in conferences after this surgery, because he had a big part of his brain replaced by the tumor, which is responsible for the motorics, but he can walk, he can run, he can even play a piano. So he's a very active boy, and very cheeky one.
Yes. Superb, superb. Very good. So, post the pause, how have you now evolved as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, and as a person, your own self, without any labels, as Ruta? How have you evolved yourself? How you have taken that you started your PhD after that, and now that you have submitted your PhD. So, tell us about all of that.
So yes, after I finished my master's, I still fell even more in love with my profession, and I wanted to do PhD. Luckily, I had the opportunity to do so. Also, thanks to my amazing supervisor who supported me, and now. I'm about to finish it, and my immediate future is going to be in research as well. I'm going to do a postdoc. I'm going to maybe try to also have another kind of pause, in a way that leading my life in a more balanced and embracing all parts of it, family, also my hobbies, also my personal life as a woman, because it is true that when you have a very high motivation, you can almost achieve impossible, but it is not a mode for everyday life forever. So now I want a little bit to step back again and enjoy this comfort of having a family which is healthy, of having a profession in which I have my little input already, and in which I invested a lot, but now I get a little bit back, So this is the plan for the future, and this is also might summarize the situation today.
Amazing, amazing. So, two things have really come out from your conversation, Ruta, which I want to highlight here is that when in between the conversation you were telling about that now you were not studying for anything for perfection. That is what you were telling. You were just enjoying what you were doing. So it was not about perfection. So as when you also remember when we had our intro talk, in that talk also we were just discussing that how you said that, and it was really beautiful that you said that I didn't have that pressure to be perfect in whatever I'm doing. When you were doing your humanities and everything, you felt that pressure that everything has to be on to the mark. But now when you started to do your studies, it was not that, and you really had that kind of a passion to just study, and you didn't want any appreciation, you didn't want anything, you didn't want to have the highest marks, nothing you wanted. You were just enjoying what you are doing, and that became really more fruitful for your life, right? So this is one message. I think the very important thing which I have taken away is that we should really enjoy what you are doing without any pressure, right? And then now
Yes.
that you say, yeah, the second thing which has come about, which you just told about, that you invested so much, but you really want to take a step back. Because on the contrary, people will say that I have invested so much, so I must all go out and get on the return on investment, ROI. But you are not saying that. You are saying that I want to go a little back and really enjoy with my family, their health, my health, and my own hobbies and everything. And do a little for also whatever the profession demands. I will do that also, but a kind of a balanced state of mind. I really have a lot of appreciation for your clarity of thoughts in that way. Thank you so much, Ruta.
Thank you.
So, any message you would like to share for the audience here?
Well, my message that I would really like to share is probably about when you want to do something, you might not know what, you might still have to think about it, but just allowing yourself this idea that I want to do something, and then you get labels, age, family status, gender, what else? It could background in humanities, So you just forget the labels. And the thing that you said is that the thing that you mentioned before, that very often we're afraid to do something because we suspect that we will not be as good as we want to be. We will not be the best. We will be maybe ridiculed that we're doing this, and see, you did not succeed. But you should not ever think about it, and you should think about it as a liberation, like quite the opposite. If I like what I do, if I believe that it is important, it is much more important than the result. But the secret is that the result will also come. But you have to do something that you would do even if you were told that it will not bring you the fame and glory,
Absolutely. So beautifully said. Wonderful, Ruta. So it was really lovely, Ruta, to have you here. And I can just appeal to all the women out there that if you are also undergoing any pause, and if you hear to this kind of a story, you can just be here as a next guest, because you can come out of that pause. You can take the pause as a stepping stone for your next future endeavors, and you can be again an inspiring person for somebody else. So the doors are open. You can reach out to me and I will connect back to you, and you can be the next guest here on the Pause Talk. Thank you so much, Ruta. It was so lovely having you here. Thank you for sparing your time. Namaste.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a real pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you.